3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, hey everyone out there in Banjo Land, Mike Heading here, coming to you today with the tune Man of Constant Sorrow, the classic tune from the movie Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? If you've played banjo or bluegrass in the last 10 years, you're definitely familiar with this tune. It's a must-know for any jammer, and it's one of those ones where if you've been performing and someone comes up and says, play that one from the movie, it used to be Foggy Mountain Breakdown or Dueling Banjos, but now it's Man of Constant Sorrow. So this is a great tune to learn, and you're definitely going to run into this one, so it's a good one to have a break for. I've got 2 times through the solo, a kind of a beginner's version, and you can use them as a kickoff or a break in the song, so this is definitely a good one to know. And then I'm going to show you some backup where we're going to go over some 7th chords and kind of some bluesier stuff you can do on a tune like this. Remember, he's a man of constant sorrow, so you don't get much bluesier than that. So this is a great tune if you like that kind of bluesy banjo stuff to jump in and learn. All right, here we go. So I'm going to break the whole tune down note for note. All right, so here's the first 3 measures of Man of Constant Sorrow. Let me play it, and then I'll break it down. One more time. Okay, so we're going to start on a pickup with 3 pickup notes on beat 2. We're going to do 3 pinches with our right hand on the 1st and 2nd strings. And we're starting with open and open. And then we're putting down the 1st fret of the 2nd string, doing another pinch with both of our fingers. And then we're moving our 1st finger up to the 2nd fret of the 2nd string and doing one more pinch. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So a really classic banjo kickoff you've heard probably a bunch of times. So remember, there's 1 beat at the beginning, and then we do the 3 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now here's measure 1 of the solo. Our thumb's going to come all the way down to the 2nd string, and we're going to do a 2-3 hammer-on the 2nd string. And I'm hitting the middle finger of my right hand on the open 1st string. So first thing let's do is just practice lining up when that hammer-on lands with when we pluck our middle finger of our right hand. So you want to get that hammer-on to land right when you pluck that middle finger. Another little tip is keep your 1st finger down. Even though you're adding a higher note, resist the urge to lift that finger up. What that'll help is if you don't exactly hit that hammer on, you still have some sort of note down. If you lift that one up, you don't have anything. So keep that down. Okay. So after you do that, your thumb goes up to the 5th string, and your index finger is going to take over on the 2nd string, and you're going to do 2 forward rolls. Thumb, index, middle, starting on the 5th string. And I'm keeping my 2nd finger of my left hand down on the 3rd fret. So let me play that whole measure. So it might feel a little weird if you're a beginner to get your thumb all the way down to that 2nd string, but it's really good practice. This first measure right after the pickup would be a good one. You can loop it. Watch, I'll play it a few times. And then my thumb's coming back down. You can hear that the kind of the power you get with your thumb to start that measure. That's why a lot of Scruggs players will play it like that. You get a little extra punch. You get gravity working with you when you start using your thumb more than plucking up, I think, with your index fingers. Okay, so one more time. Here we go. Here's the first 2 measures. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So one last thing is be careful on how fast you do those first 3 pickup notes. Those are quarter notes. So everything after that, or at least the first two measures after that, is all eighth notes. So they're twice as fast as the quarter notes. So they take up, you get 2 notes for one quarter note. So be really careful. Sometimes it's easy to get a little excited and go, but the next notes after that have to be twice as fast. So be really careful on that. Take an extra deep breath and really count that off so you know what speed you want those eighth notes to be, and then set your quarter notes to that speed. Otherwise, you're going to set off a runaway freight train that you can't stop. So, okay, so now on to measure 3. We're going to do a forward reverse roll. So after we do that first lick, we're going to slide our first finger down to the first fret of the second string, and we're going to do a forward reverse roll starting with the 5th string. So I'm doing thumb, index, middle. I'm going to keep my first finger down the whole time of my left hand. Then I'm hitting back to the 5th string. Then I'm going backwards, middle, index. Now I'm bringing my 3rd finger of my left hand down to the 3rd fret of the 3rd string. And I'm doing an ending thumb, middle. So middle's all on the open 1st string. So let me play that measure a little faster. Couple more times. So if you wanna, you can accent that 2nd string a little bit if you want to bring out the melody a little bit more. Okay, so here's the first 3 measures together. Another cool little thing you can do is you can bend that 3rd fret, 3rd string just a little bit. You get kind of a little bit of a bluesier sound. That can kind of sound cool. You bend it up, then you kind of just bring it right back. That's a little trick. You don't have to do that. Okay, here's measure 4. We're going to do a 3-5 slide on the 4th string. I'm going to use my 3rd finger because my 3rd finger is right there. It's on the 3rd fret of the 3rd string. So I'm just going to move it down. I got that open 1st string to give me a little bit of time to move my finger. And I'm going to do 2 forward rolls. So I did a 3-5 slide. Then I'm hitting the index finger on the 3rd string. Open 1st string. Then up to the 5th string with my thumb. Open 3rd string again. Open 1st string, 5th string, and then open 1st string again. So 2 forward rolls and then 2 beats or 2 notes at the end to give us. Remember we need 8 eighth notes per measure. So sometimes if you do 2 forward rolls, that's only 6 beats. So we need 2 extra ones. That's where you get those 2 notes at the end. So I'll play that measure. It's measure 4 on its own. That's a good one to loop as well. Don't slide too fast. Give it a little bit of time. Get a first note. Okay, so here's the top line, first 4 measures. Okay, here's measure 5. Bringing my thumb down to the 3rd string open. And then I'm hitting open 1st string. So those are eighth notes. So 1 and then I'm hitting my index finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string. Then I'm bringing my 3rd finger down to the 3rd fret of the 3rd string, and I'm doing a pinch on the 3rd string and the 1st string with my middle and my thumb and my middle finger of my right hand. And then I'm doing open 3rd string. So let me break that measure down. It's easier to play than explain. So I'm doing thumb, middle, and then I'm using my index finger of my right hand. You could use your thumb as well. You have enough time, but for me it feels a little more natural to use my index finger there. And then I'm pinching, and then I'm using my thumb again. So it's 3 quarter notes after those 2 eighth notes at the beginning. So 1 and 2, 3, 4. So really important you give those 3 quarter notes enough time. So really count that out. It's 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. If you can count it, you can play it. So count that out. 1 and 2, 3, 4. You know, you don't want that to go too quick. 1 and 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we're going into a C chord.